May 25th, 2020. There's a lot to catch up on, but I don't know. You know when, if you're a comic and you're listening, you know when you get like a spark of inspiration or an idea or like a joke comes to mind, you're like, I better write this shit down before it goes back up in the ether, up into the comedy gods. So I was doing street stand-up. I've been doing street stand-up, and I'll get more into that in other facets. But tonight I was out there, and this dude named Eli, if you ever listen, hey, I'm not going to say his last name because I don't know his last name, but he was African as fuck. Like, he was like, I know it's cliche, he was Wakanda African. This dude was like M'Baku, but like really nice. He was like a mixture of whoever, I don't know that actor's name, but M'Baku, he plays M'Baku, and he also plays the dad in Us, director Jordan Peele. Where the fuck am I going with this? Anyway, so was hanging out doing street stand-up with him. He's a cool guy, and it got to a point where, I don't know, he seems like a really intelligent guy. He wears glasses and everything, and apparently he runs a business. I didn't ask him what kind, but I'm telling you way too much information about this guy. Sorry, Eli, if you listen, I'm not going to tell him any more information. But he started asking me questions, like he would throw out suggestions for me to talk about. So like one point he threw out prenup, another point he threw out something feminism or something, and he was like, all right, man, just try to make that funny. It just kind of became a game. And I think I'm going to start doing that more when I do street stand-up. Another thing I started doing was like things that I don't like that I do. I've come to realize that I need to slow down in life, yada, 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 all my bullshit. And my self-help bullshit, my Tony Robbins bullshit, all that. Yeah, outside of all that bullshit, oh, God damn it, Aaliyah. Sorry, she headbutted me. Hold on a second. All right, so if I had an issue or whatever, I've come to realize it just takes baby steps. Like it's a slow process to try to change something, especially something that's really ingrained in your head. So one of the things that I've realized has been ingrained in my head is to preemptively explain myself. And I'm working on that whole, like, I'm just gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say, and assume that you're gonna take it in the way that I mean it. And if you don't take it in the way that I mean it, I'll just explain afterwards. Aaliyah, get the fuck out of my face! I swear, man. Okay, so yeah, I preemptively explain myself, and I think it comes from being fucking brainwashed at Cal State San Marcos. I was resilient. I fought back, but god damn it if they didn't get in there a little bit. It's like that scene in A Clockwork Orange where they strap that kid to that seat, and they open his eyeballs up and they force him to watch, I don't know, brain melting material. That's what it was like in my college. So yeah, like at this point, it's in my head now to constantly be worried about how people are interpreting what I say, because I had to deal with so much people's bullshit in college. So now I gotta like slowly fix that. The way I'm doing it is, there we go. The way I'm doing it is by just quickly acknowledging like, hey, I do this thing, I'm doing it right now, over time I'll stop doing it. So like when I was performing, I think I was saying something like, I make things depressing, like I'll go through a depressing moment, and then I won't bring it back up. And then I would say that and acknowledge what I needed to do, to not, hold on. This episode's all over the fucking place because I'm not paying attention to anything. I'm going to give a better, shorter, more clear example. Okay, explaining myself preemptively. So basically, sometimes if I think someone's going to take something the wrong way, I'll explain myself preemptively, which then completely takes the gas and the joke out of, it takes the gas out of the joke, the steam out of it when you destroy the buildup like that. And it also adds more fat. It makes you seem less confident, yada, yada, yada. So I need to not do that. So what I would do is I would sound like Chris Rock. So what I would do is, I don't know if that's a very good Chris Rock impression. Anyway, go fuck yourself. So I would tell people, like I would tell people that, hey, I'm working on not being preemptively explaining myself. I know I'm doing it right now. We'll make this brief. All right, let's do this. That was kind of what started happening, is I would explain what it was that I was working on. I would do it quickly, then I would get into it. So I was able to acknowledge like the thing that I don't want to do while still being able to do it. And what my plan is just take baby steps and take it slow. It's like anything else. And so I'm just going to keep doing that to the point where I get sick of doing it. Just keep saying, all right, I always explain myself before I do stuff. I'm explaining myself right now because it's part of me learning how to yada, yada. All right, let's do. See, I'm already fucking tired of it now. It's working. I'm a genius. So I have two things I want to start working on now that I'm going back out there. And that is, I'm going to keep doing the explanations for now. I'll keep them short and brief. And then I want to start playing games with the audience like that. Like I'm thinking, one, it's just really engaging with the audience. And two, I can work on specific techniques. Like it's almost like if I'm working out, if I want to work out my biceps and I'm sounding like a fucking frat douche right now. If you want to work out, you want to get your bis, your tries, bro. You gotta, but can't skip leg day, bro. Can't fucking skip leg day. Shaka, bro. But if I'm working out a muscle, like if we're going to use the metaphor of working out, and comedy is just a big old muscle and there's different parts of it. If I focus on certain pieces, theoretically, I should get better at it. So I'm going to have people do that. I'm going to do the preemptive thing as well. So I'll explain like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Can you yell, what's a thing you want me to talk about? And then just go, see what happens. So I could do it with that. What's another skill? I could deal with heckling, which is going to be kind of a bit of a roll of the dice. I might have to make some ground rules before I start. All right, no yelling niggers, no coons, no porch monkeys. Can we say jigaboo? Jigaboo's fine because it sounds like a Pokemon character and that's not as aggressive. So yeah, I'll do something like that. I'll just preemptively explain to people what the game is, treat it like a game. I can set up rules like, all right, well, if I say time out, stop, and we got to figure out stuff together or whatever. Like when I was doing it tonight, I was trying to make the audience feel like we're on the same team. I'm explaining to them like, making myself the underdog. I'm creating a story for myself. I'm the Mighty Ducks, and they're, I guess, Iceland. I don't know if that metaphor works. It's supposed to be on my team. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. Don't you, audience? Whoever the fuck you are. So yeah, basically, street stand-up has been really good. I don't know if I've said much about it. I'd have to go check the old episodes. I just took a break, let the juices regenerate. Taking it slowly, taking baby steps, slowing down. Aren't you proud of me? Just say that you're proud of me. Yeah, so I'd say I think that's about it. And if you enjoyed listening to this, I've decided that, I know I've been saying this more when I advertise myself, but I decided that this independence thing, the podcast is important. I know I was making it for a while. There was a lot of like, I'm just doing this for myself. I'm doing this for the art, man. All right? Like, I'm not doing this to be a corporate sellout, bro. But I'm trying to. I want to make this a fucking career, and the podcasting is important. It's something I have control of, and I have a lot of control of, and I think it keeps you out there consistently without doing a lot of work. So again, if you're one of those consistent people that seems to listen, please find one person that you think would enjoy this, and please send it their way. Or fuck it, send it to someone you think would hate it. All press is good press, right? Yeah. All right. Till next time. All right, May 28, 2020. Yo, right as I started recording, this cop, like, he turned on the lights and he went fucking zooming past. He's going fast, man. Some Sonic shit. Gotta go fast. Remember that show? All right, so I just finished up doing more street stand-up. I'm building more material. I'm getting back into a comedic groove, which feels good. And not only am I back in a comedic groove, I think that I think I made a prediction that I would be a better comedian when I came out of this. And I feel like completely validated in that prediction. Like, I feel like I'm much better. I don't know in all the ways exactly when I do my 200th episode recount or re-listen to or whatever. I'm sure I'll get more stuff, but I can just feel that I've gotten better, which feels cool. And I have pretty supreme confidence that the way I'm approaching this is the right way, for lack of a better word. I know the right way isn't the best way to put it, because, with any art form or any life in general, look at how fucking spiritual I am now. You put a guy away for 2 months, you let him think, and then he comes out, I have a little lotus flower like a monk. No, I think I have very high confidence that the way I'm going about this is going to work. It's to a point in my head now where it's like there's no way it couldn't work. And by work I just mean I live off of this. And that's like a weird headspace to be in. Because on one hand, it sounds like a cocky fucking statement. It sounds super cocky considering the percentage of people that are able to live as a comedian. I don't know. To say that would be like me. No. I was going to say that would be like me saying, I'm going to be an NFL football player. Not even at all the same metaphor. Shitty metaphor. But you probably know what I'm getting at. Regardless, one of the reasons I feel that way is if my understanding of media is accurate, that things are just going to continue to get more splintered and segmented and individualistic DIY. And so I've kind of put a good deal of eggs in my DIY basket, just kind of doing it my own way. I think I found my lane that I want to fit in, and that's DIY. It is grassroots. I don't know if you listen to this, you listen to Atmosphere, kind of like that, or LP and Killer Mike, Run the Jewels. All right. But this DIY approach and just getting my followers slowly but surely. I need to give a cult name to the people that follow me. But I'm at and this is gonna sound super douchey that I'm even counting my Instagram numbers on my data, but I've just been paying attention to it. I'm at 797 right now. 797. My theory is that when I get to 1,000, if I can get to 1,000 followers, it makes people feel like you're oh shit. Whew. Makes people feel like you're a little more legitimized. There's something about seeing 4 numbers. I almost said 3. Look at me go with my math skills. There's something about seeing that 4th number there that tricks people into thinking like you're more important than you actually are. And and so I think that'll help as well. All right, people are driving like fucking maniacs out here. You keep them inside for a little bit and they lose their fucking minds. Hold the fucking. All right, just trying not to fucking die out here. What was I saying? Saying words and statements, exclamations. The way I'm doing this, yes, the way I'm doing this. I am I think right now the appeal that I'm seeing with people that are following me, and that do seem to like what I like on a performing basis, like they actually look at me as a performer and not as just like a dude. I think the appeal right now is exclusivity, and like it's like I'm kind of like a little hidden Redlands gem. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like if I talk about the San Francisco Bush guy, which, oh fuck, I don't want that to be my legacy. I don't want to be looked at like that. But like the San Francisco Bush guy, if you know what I'm talking about, then you already get the feeling of like understanding this little inside knowledge thing. Apparently he's dead, I think. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google him. He's a thing. But right now, I think I'm in it's kind of like culty a little bit. Like whatever the Rocky Horror Picture Show was before it really blew up. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now. The people that are liking me, they feel like they've kind of gotten, it's like a little secret that they found. It's like, oh, there's a little thing. It's like how nerds felt about nerdy shit before Robert Downey Jr. and Disney made nerdy shit super cool. You just feel like you have something special. So I think I'm going to try to ride that wave and just keep doing this underground. I think I watched Dolomite recently. Dolomite is my name on Netflix with Eddie Murphy. Super inspiring, and it makes me feel like, yeah, I could just do kind of what he did. I think that philosophy of like just copy what successful people do. That makes sense to me, right? Why am I saying this angry, as if you're arguing with me? Hold up a second. All right, some more crazy ass drivers. Yeah. So that DIY style, that, you know, from the ground up thing seems to be working. And I was listening to Bill Burr, the Bill Burr podcast, and Bill Burr was talking about how like things changed for him when he stopped trying to make. Fuck off. Yo, man, people are driving like fucking maniacs right now. I'm not with that at all. I don't dig it, brothers. I don't dig it. All right. Yeah, Bill Burr. So I was listening to Bill Burr on the Bill Burr podcast, and he was talking about how it really clicked for him. Things started to come together when he stopped trying to make it, and when his goal just to become undeniably funny. And I don't know, I'd have to re-listen to the episode. I don't know how old he was when that finally clicked, but I get the vibe it was probably in his mid to late 30s, maybe. And I'm not in my mid to late 30s. Take that, Father Time. I'm 29, so I still got time. As long as nothing crazy happens, I still got time. All right, so yeah, I'm figuring if that's what worked for him, well, I'm just gonna do the same thing and appreciate that he puts that information out there so that comics that are younger than him can figure this shit out faster. It's very much appreciated. So that's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm just gonna keep doing my street stand-up. I'm going to be undeniably funny. That's the plan. Nowhere near that yet. Nowhere near undeniably funny. But I'll get there. Just takes baby steps. Reference to whoever was sitting out there on the bench that the super niche, and that person definitely isn't listening to this podcast. So yeah, I would say that's how I feel. I have supreme confidence in myself and what I can accomplish in stand-up comedy. He's so fucking loud. So, you have asthma? Sound like Biggie Smalls trying to rap. It was all a dream. I used to read word on magazine. Fuck was I saying? Yeah, man. Supreme confidence in what I don't, that's pretty much all I was going to say, but I'm bored, so I'll just kind of ramble on a little more. But supreme confidence. That's seems to be working. Oh, crazy people too. Maybe I'll make this a twofer. It seems like the more I talk about crazy people, which is where I've been leaning into when I'm doing the street stand-up. Most of my material I've been working on is about instability, being crazy, how it's okay to be crazy if you're given proper outlets, all this fucking TED Talk nonsense that I do. And there's people who seem to really like that. They seem to really relate to it, and they seem to also like it when when I have a conversation with them that's not me with the mic. I know that's like a little bit of a slippery slope if I'm making a foundation here, if I'm setting a precedent for myself, it can be kind of hard. I would imagine it can be kind of hard to change that precedent. And if I set up this precedent that like I'm always willing to hang out and fucking talk, then that would not necessarily be good for the future. So whoever's listening right now, if you're a fan of this bullshit, keep that in mind. In the future, I reserve the right to. That's cocky. That's cocky. That's a little egotistical. All right, Aaron, settle down, sport. All right, I'm talking like like people give a fuck about me right now. All right, let's settle down. It's like those Airhead commercials when they pop the Airheads. That's what my head was just getting a little too big there for a second. All right, we're good. Everyone's safe. That fucking Godzilla head that was growing out. Everyone okay? All right, take your life jackets off and we'll fucking move from here. I'm making this so goddamn stupid. What was I saying? No, but like, I do like talking with people, and I think it was really cool having conversations with people and them making this connection. I think I want to make sure I keep myself in a mental headspace of still focusing on myself and my own health, my own mental health, and the willingness to, as time goes on, the willingness to say, like, I can't hang out right now, or I don't really feel like talking right now. Like, I know that's something I gotta work on for any given situation. However, I don't have shit to do at the moment, so hanging out and talking with people was really cool. This one's going all over the place. All right, I think I'm gonna stop digging myself into a hole here. And oh yeah, same old bullshit. If you know anybody, know one person that you think would dig this type of shit, please share it with them. Until next time. May 29th, 2020, doesn't matter what day it is. I'm not in a good mood, so I'm sure you're gonna be able to tell by my voice, by my tone, by my vibe. God damn it, hold on. All right, that shouldn't happen anymore. Yeah, I'm not in a good mood. I'm not gonna explain why, because it's my business, and you don't have to be privy to all my goddamn business. I was watching the Joe Rogan, Kevin Hart episode, the second one that just came out recently. And I got a couple of things from it. The first thing is, I think I've been in this mentality of trying to emulate these people that I look up to. So trying to figure out, like, how do I be like Dave Chappelle? How do I be like Patrice or Bill or Kevin or Joe or whatever? And I don't think that's the best way to go about it, because then it's me not necessarily being me, it's me doing an impersonation of these guys, which doesn't seem to be the smart way to do things. However, I think I can get little nuggets of advice from them. Specifically, Kevin Hart and Bill Burr, seems like those two are constantly dropping like practical advice, which is always appreciated. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing when I listen to these guys. And when I, hold on. Hey guys, did you know everything in the suburbs is loud as fuck? Everywhere. I feel like in that, you remember the Grinch? When he's like upset at the Who's in Whoville, smashing couplets and bashing bumzizzles. I don't remember. I don't remember the actual name of those instruments that the Who's would play. Right now I feel like the Grinch. I just want it to be quiet for my podcast. Can everyone here shut the fuck up, please? All right. So I'm gonna, god damn. All right, I'm not even exaggerating. It's been a good 7 minutes of me trying to escape all these loud ass vehicles. There's 6 different garbage trucks and a fucking 747, or I don't even know if that's the type of plane, but it was loud. That's the point, it was loud. I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. Kevin Hart, Bill Burr, advice break. Okay, yeah. So when I listen to these guys when they're giving out advice, I think I'm going to keep doing breakdowns of the advice specifically and see how I can apply it practically to my life. And so I was listening to Joe Rogan and Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart was talking about how life is like a game, essentially. It's very game-like, video game-like in quality. I don't know. But he says like a video game. Treat shit like a video game. And so I think I'm going to try to take these fucking dogs. Oh, fuck you. Do I need to find a different way to record these? Because I don't like these fucking loud ass dogs. Because I don't like sitting in the garage and doing it. It's nice to walk around and do it. Fuck, I don't know. Anyway, Kevin Hart, the video games. Yes. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to apply that knowledge and apply a video game mentality to what I'm trying to do. So right now I have 2 video game goals. To me, Instagram, I don't give a fuck about social media. When quarantine started, I stopped posting things because I realized pretty quickly I have nothing I need to show the world other than, hey, I'm doing comedy, or hey, here's some art I want to put out. Outside of that, I don't think anyone gives a fuck about the eggs that I eat in the morning and how much fucking hot sauce I just drizzle all over it. No one gives a shit. So I don't post unless I'm trying to put myself out there for artistic purposes or business purposes. But it seems like, and I think I said this in maybe an episode or 2 before, it seems like followers are important. You need followers, you need all that shit, and they need to be aware. So, for video game mentality, I'm looking at my followers as my high score. So I want to build a high score, and my high score right now is going to be 1,000 followers. That is my goal. So right now I have 800. So it's going to be a while, because it was a very slow process just to get to 800. But that's my goal. So my video game, stand-up comedy, high score, and Instagram right now is going to be 1,000 followers. So, like I reiterate at the end of all the episodes, just if you listen to this and you know one person, we'll do this slowly but surely, one person that you think would dig this shit, please send it to them. That's the first thing. And the second thing is I'm going to look at I'm going to make a challenge for myself and see how it works. So Kevin Hart, if I should use this video game metaphor logic, Kevin Hart is like one of those boss characters. Played Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Kevin Hart's Mike Tyson. This is a stupid fucking metaphor, but whatever. Kevin Hart is important and shit. So I want to see if I can get Kevin Hart to respond and or talk to me. That's my goal. So every episode, by the end, I'm probably going to bring up Kevin Hart every single time till people are sick of it. And whoever listens, put it out there, share it with Mr. Hart, tag him, do whatever. And those are my 2 video game goals that I got from Kevin Hart. So those to me, I'm going to say them again. Have you heard them already? Did you just listen to me say them? Is this a sloppy ass episode? Absolutely. But I'm saying them again. 2 goals. 1,000 followers on Instagram, high score. Boss battle with Kevin Hart. I want to have a conversation with Kevin Hart. That's the goal. All right. So I mean, I kind of already said my little advertisement of just one person, send it to him. And if you share this, tag Mr. Hart, and I'm going to keep doing this every episode until I either get bored or annoyed by doing it, or until he responds. So let's see what happens. All right, it's June 3rd, 2020. It really doesn't matter what day it is today. I don't think I can't remember the last time I recorded. I can't remember what day it was, but I think it was before the George Floyd thing blew up and the riots and everything. And God only knows. Look at this shit comes out like a month late, so who knows what new world order we might be under by the time this comes out, or even if I'll be allowed to post it at that point. But street stand-up was fun. It used to be. And now it is not. It went from stand-up comedy to protest speech now. Like, I'm out there talking now. I mean, I add as much levity as possible, but it's, I don't know. I don't know. I guess on a positive note, because since I'm trying to be positive, at least my feelings feel validated now. Like, I've been talking about this shit my entire life, saying it over and over again. Literally made an EP and talked about crooked cops in the EP a couple of weeks before all of this. There have been countless songs, countless speeches, countless videos, countless movies talking about this shit. We've been talking about it. And here we are. I don't know. I don't know. This is supposed to be a podcast about stand-up comedy and that whole process. So I guess in that regard, I'm having mixed feelings about the way my career is going right now. Because suddenly more, like, I did an interview for NPR yesterday, because I guess one of the reporters saw me out there performing and talking and whatnot. More and more people are following me and taking pictures and shit, and I would really like my career to not start getting legs because of something horrific. Sorry, I was waving at people that were staring at me. Every episode you guys you hear me talk about how creepy this neighborhood is, and it's gotten creepier, and it's gotten scarier now. Like, obviously, I can't even imagine what it's like to be living in the middle of the riots. But out here, it's so fucking scary because they're everywhere. There's just, they're fucking everywhere, man. Like, and this is the thing that I like about all of this, is it's finally more out there. They're finally, like, these people are, for the most part, are finally being honest that they are racist. They don't fucking like anybody that doesn't look like them. And they're finally saying it loud. But the problem with this area is they're so fucking passive aggressive about it. So then when I try to explain to people, like, they waved at me and I felt fucking uncomfortable, or they looked at me a certain way, and people say, well, they don't have they can't look at you, and it's like, you don't fucking get it. You do not fucking get it. That, like, it's fucking scary. I'm surrounded by these people. Sucks. I'm walking towards a house that I hope, I haven't walked past that house in a while, but consistently has this huge fucking Trump flag up there. I assume it'll be there again. I don't know. I don't know. God damn it, this is gonna be all over the place. comedy and careers and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, when I'm out there, I appreciate that people like the comedy and the performing and that more people are listening to me, and that feels really cool. But under the circumstances, it just fucking sucks. I would much rather people, I don't want you to follow me because you think I don't want you to listen to me because you think I'm Martin Luther King or anything. I want you to listen to me because you think I'm funny and you relate. And the relating part is there, and the funny part's there too. Like, people, this is all over the place. People say to me, you know, they related to it, they thought it was funny or whatever, but I can feel like the passion in which they are listening to me is coming from all of this other stuff going on. It's not just because I'm being funny. And so that feels not good, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing, it's weird, like, so I walk around this neighborhood all the time, and at this point, the American flag does not I was saying earlier, it doesn't really represent me. Like I was saying that a while ago, but now it really doesn't represent me. When I see an American flag up at this point, if you have an American flag on your house, you've made a statement. You made a statement against everything else now, because Trump represents that flag now. POTUS, if you will. And on a positive note, there's some houses that I've seen have taken their American flags down. There's this house that is by, Aaliyah, fucking, god damn it. Just jumping in people's lawns, fucking shit up. There's this house near my mom's house that always had this Blue Lives Matter flag up there. They've had it up there for years. And it's not up there anymore. And I don't think that they took it down because they're afraid of what Black Lives Matter is going to do. Like, they're in an area where for the most part, the only black life they have to worry about is me. So that feels good. When I see people take the flags down, it feels really good. I wonder, this is definitely going to be one of those rant videos. This one's too scatterbrained. I wonder what's going to happen. Because I know now Trump is trying to, apparently, I don't know what's real anymore. There's another big old American flag. There's another one. Trump is trying to make burning the flag illegal. And it's like, this is what happens, this is baby steps. He gets in office, and then he wears everybody down with his fucking insanity to the point where we're all numb to it. Things he says and does, we're used to it. And then he, then you know, sorry, I don't know. Then he does things like says burning the American flag's illegal. I understand that upsets people, but it's part of freedom of speech. It's always been. And when you take away that, okay, well, now you can't burn it. Well, now you can't talk shit about the flag. All right. Now you can't talk shit about the government or the president. All right. We're moving into this fucking creepy place. And I don't like it. Oh, there's another fucking flag. I hate being out here. Fucking hate this neighborhood. God damn it. It's everywhere, man. As far as white people listening, I'm very appreciative when I see a lot of white people out there who have finally listened. Like, I don't want to be an asshole. I don't want to be like, so fucking told you so. But like, fuck. Hold on. Hold up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. All right, I'm walking past that house that usually has big old Trump flag up there. Let's see what decision this guy's made. I'm actually a little nervous. If he keeps it up there, that says something. Yep, it's still up there. Still up there. I would I'd tell you where he is, but that would feel inappropriate, and I don't want you fucking animals figuring out where my grandma lives. So I'm walking across the street in front of this guy's house, and I'm just like flabbergasted. Like, so I'm standing in front of his flagpole, and I'm looking at his flag, and I'm just like, I'm disappointed. Like, I don't understand how, I'm trying to figure out the words for it. I don't understand how people don't understand at this point. Or how on earth can you still yell out, all lives matter? How can you do that? And if that's how you feel, if that's what you're feeling is all lives matter, then black lives are included in that. So make a sign that says all lives matter, especially black, or including black lives, or something. When you say all lives matter, you don't mean that. You don't think all lives matter to you. They don't. They do not. I'm sure we're all at a loss for, even I becoming at a loss of words. Like, where the fuck do we go? We were getting to a point where things were easing up a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe we'll have a show in a month or two. Maybe we'll get there. Fucking not anymore. I don't know how long. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know if aliens are coming down. I don't know if fucking China's gonna bum rush us. I don't know what the fuck Vladimir Putin's doing. I don't know what is happening. I do not know what is happening. Fucking nobody does. Everybody thinks they know what the fuck's happening. You know what? I've never thought this either. I never thought TikTok would be my source for news, for raw, unedited, unfiltered. Well, they add like a lot of This Is America over the videos, but outside of that, like, I scroll through TikTok and it's nothing but right. It used to be 16-year-olds dancing, dogs, people slipping and falling. Now it is riots and Molotov cocktails and the president doing things and military action. There are fucking tanks in the street. I said this on the street, I'll say it here too. I really fucking hope this is not what those people meant by Make America Great Again. This is not fucking great. What makes you think this is great? This is really fucked up and horrifying. I don't know. I want to bring levity. I want to, and I'm going out there on the street again in By the way, doing that shit in Redlands is also fucking scary. I'm saying it out there, and for people that listen, they're like, well, why aren't you in the regular protests? And that's because I'm too long-winded. I'm way too long-winded for that. Chants don't work for me because it's like, I can't breathe. And people yell, I can't breathe. And then I'd be there, I can't breathe. And my constitutional right to breathe. If he said that he couldn't breathe, then there's another person, and it just becomes a mess. So like me out in a protest, and I looked for one in Riverside, and shit was boarded up. But me out in a protest, I don't know. I feel like I met better use going into a place where there are a lot of conservative people and speaking my thoughts. But I would be damned if I didn't say I wasn't scared when I go out. Every single time I go out there, I'm like, I hope someone doesn't throw a fucking brick through their white pickup truck. By the way, if you have a big white pickup truck and it is clean, fuck you. There's this thing, like, I don't know what it is about these fucking Trump people and their goddamn white pickup trucks. If your white pickup truck is dirty, like you have a ladder in it and leaves and you've been building shit, you've been building birdhouses, You got birdhouse supplies in the bed of your trunk. Good for you, because you're being a fucking man, and you're doing man work, and you're utilizing your truck. If you have this big white clean pickup truck, lifted, it's got Trump bullshit all over it. I fuck you, man. Fuck you. I'm done. We've all tried to be nice. We have tried to be nice. That's the thing that, like, they don't want peaceful. They don't give a fuck about peaceful protests. They don't give a fuck about that. This all could have been very peaceful, and it was. It's been peaceful. Martin Luther King made it peaceful in the 60s, and they called him a terrorist. It's so crazy, man. And I'm walking past this fucking house again, and I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Like, this is the neighborhood that I live in, and I'm pointing at it like you guys can see. I'm doing the thumb, like the hitchhiker thumb, but I'm just disappointed, man. I'm disappointed in this country. I'm disappointed in how this country has been treating me my entire life, and I want to be treated like an American. I want to be treated like everybody else, and I don't understand why. Oh, damn it. Flies and shit. I don't understand why people are so mad about me wanting to be treated like a person. I don't get it. Do not get it. I was out in the street doing my street stand-up thing, and I got into a debate, if you will, with a Trump person, and the subject matter of Trayvon Martin got brought up. And I said, yeah, that's a kid. Morning. I was like, that's a kid. That's a kid that was murdered. And he said, a kid, but he was such and such height. He kept bringing up how he was over 6'2". I said, okay, well, he was still unarmed. Yeah, but he was beating that guy's head into the ground. Wouldn't you use self-defense with your gun? And I asked him, well, how did that situation start? What happened? And, we broke it down. That George Zimmerman called the cops. The cops said, leave him alone. First off, he shouldn't have been mind your own goddamn business, first off. But regardless, for sake of argument, cops said leave him alone. He didn't. He approached that kid, and then a fight started. Yeah, but then he was beating his head into the... And it's like, I don't give a fuck. Why did he approach him in the first goddamn place? And that's the thing. These people... I'm done. I know if you've listened to these other podcasts on the buddy system, the A to Z podcast with Zero. I love Zero, and I know that his whole relationship to me in that podcast is to be not contrarian, but to be the opposite of what I'm saying. So, no matter what, he's gonna ultimately say the opposite of what I'm saying. But I'm done. The people do not listen. They will not listen. They will not listen. They don't give a shit. I think we've weeded them out at this point. We've weeded out the ones that just cannot be changed, will not be swayed. The people, I am sure there are plenty of Trump people now who are like, okay. All right, I should have been done at grabbing by the pussy. Should have been done there, but we're here now. We're at martial law now. I'm done. It took you a while, no offense. You're on the caboose of the train. You're at the very back. It's all good, I forgive you. Thank you for putting your fucking Trump flag down. Thank you, I appreciate it. But the rest of you motherfuckers, the rest of you people out there who just refuse to admit that this isn't okay. Fucking refuse to. I can't help you, man. We're done. This is war as far as I'm concerned. We're actually going into a civil fucking war, and that is mind-boggling. We're still gonna make jokes or whatever. I'm still gonna fuck around, but I know we made jokes about this shit. We made jokes about this in 2016, and we've been making jokes about it, but jokes are not as funny when they happen. Dave Chappelle said, everything's funny till it happens to you. Yep, these riot jokes were really funny until the shit went down. They're, you know, in different contexts, they're funny. But I just want this to stop. I'm good. I just want this to stop. I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm just repeating myself like an asshole. I'll just call this one a rant video. This will be my Black Lives Matter rant video.